My dear friend, you are a divine being, worthy of love, respect, and abundance. Yet so often we chase after people, situations, and opportunities that do not choose us in return. We hold on to things that no longer serve us, hoping that one day they will. But today I want you to reclaim your power. I want you to stop pouring your energy into what does not pour into you. It is time to let go and align yourself with what truly belongs to you. You are not here to beg for love. You were not placed on this earth to chase after someone's affection, to plead for their time, or to convince them to see your worth. Love, true love, does not require suffering, nor does it demand that you diminish yourself to fit into someone else's world. The moment you find yourself begging for love, attention, or validation, you must pause and ask yourself, why am I seeking outside of me what already exists within me? When you beg for love, you are giving away your power. You are telling yourself, whether consciously or unconsciously, that your worth depends on someone else's approval. But that is a false belief. Your worth is not determined by whether someone chooses you, texts you back, or makes you a priority. Your worth is innate, unshakable, and independent of anyone's treatment of you. Love is not meant to be earned through suffering. It is meant to flow effortlessly between two people who genuinely care for and respect one another. There is a deep wound that many people carry, one that whispers in the quiet moments, telling them they must prove themselves to be loved. Maybe this wound was created in childhood when love was conditional. Maybe it was reinforced by past relationships where love was inconsistent, leaving you feeling unworthy. But I want you to hear this truth today. You are already enough, just as you are. You do not have to prove yourself to be loved. The right people will see your light without you having to dim yourself or beg for them to stay. When you chase after love, when you hold on to someone who does not hold on to you, you are betraying yourself. You are settling for less than you deserve. The universe speaks to us in many ways, and sometimes rejection is a form of protection. When someone pulls away, when they fail to choose you wholeheartedly, it is not a reflection of your worth. It is a redirection towards something better. Love that requires you to beg is not love. It is attachment, fear, and a lack of self-worth disguised as devotion. Think of the people in your life whom you love effortlessly. You do not keep a scoreboard of their actions, nor do you make them prove themselves to you daily. You simply love them because love flows naturally. This is how love should feel when it is right. There should be no anxiety, no constant over-explaining, no begging for attention or reciprocity. Love is a connection that nourishes you, not one that leaves you depleted and questioning your value. You must trust that real love will never require you to sacrifice your dignity. It will never leave you feeling like you are walking on eggshells, trying to be good enough for someone to stay. Real love will recognize your value from the very beginning and will never place you in a position where you have to fight for basic respect and appreciation. When you find yourself chasing someone, whether it is a romantic partner, a friend, or even a family member, I want you to step back and ask yourself, why am I running towards someone who is walking away from me? Love should never be a battlefield where only one person is fighting. You deserve someone who meets you halfway, someone who holds your hand without you having to reach for it first every single time. Instead of chasing love, become love. Become the person who radiates self-worth, who knows their value, who does not settle for half-hearted affection. When you embody love and respect within yourself, the right people will naturally be drawn to you. You will no longer need to beg, because the love that aligns with your soul will recognize you and move toward you freely. The world will reflect back to you what you believe about yourself. If you believe you are unworthy, you will attract people who confirm that belief by treating you poorly. But if you believe that you are valuable, that you are deserving of love that is mutual and respectful, you will naturally let go of anything that does not align with that truth. So today, I want you to make a decision to stop seeking love outside of yourself, a decision to stop chasing people who do not see you, a decision to stop settling for being an option when you deserve to be a priority. Let go of the need to be chosen by others and instead choose yourself. Choose to love yourself so deeply that you no longer tolerate anything that makes you feel unworthy. Because the moment you stop begging for love, the moment you stop grasping for attention, is the moment you step into your power. It is the moment you open yourself to receive love that is real, love that is certain, love that is not dependent on how much you chase it. Rejection is not a punishment. It is not a reflection of your worth, nor is it a sign that you are not good enough. Rejection is divine protection, a force that redirects you away from what is not meant for you and toward what aligns with your highest good. Yet so often, when we face rejection, we internalize it as a failure. We see it as a door slammed in our faces, a painful reminder of what we could not have. But what if, instead of seeing rejection as a loss, we saw it as a blessing in disguise? What if we understood that every no is actually leading us to a better yes? Rejection stings because it bruises the ego. It makes us feel unseen, unwanted, or unworthy. But the ego only sees what is in front of it. It does not see the bigger picture. The universe, however, sees everything. It knows what is meant for you, what will serve your growth, and what will ultimately lead to your happiness. And sometimes what you think you want is far less than what you actually deserve. Think of the times in your life when you were rejected, perhaps by a person, a job, or an opportunity that you believed was perfect for you. In the moment, it felt devastating. But looking back, can you see how things unfolded for the better? Can you see how, had you received what you were begging for, you might have been stuck in a situation that was not aligned with your true path? Rejection happens for a reason. That person who walked away, they were never meant to stay. That job you didn't get, it wasn't going to fulfill you the way you thought it would. That opportunity that slipped through your fingers, something greater was being prepared for you. Every rejection is a course correction, a way of guiding you towards something that is in harmony with your soul's purpose. When you are rejected, do not chase. Do not beg for someone to reconsider. Do not lower yourself to fit into a space that was never designed for you. Instead, trust. Trust that there is something better on its way. Trust that you are being protected from unnecessary heartache, from wasted time, from settling for less than you deserve. There is divine wisdom in rejection. It teaches you resilience, patience, and self-worth. It forces you to let go of attachments and surrender to the flow of life. The universe is always working in your favor, even when you cannot see it. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually redirection, a push towards something greater, something more aligned with who you are meant to be. When you learn to embrace rejection as protection, you stop seeing it as a personal failure. You stop feeling unworthy just because someone or something did not choose you. You begin to understand that the things that leave your life are making space for the things that truly belong. And when you let go of what is not meant for you, you make room for what is. The truth is, you do not have to force what is meant for you. Love, opportunities, success, everything that is truly meant for you will flow naturally into your life. It will not require chasing, begging, or proving your worth. When you hold on to this truth, rejection no longer holds power over you. Instead, it becomes a sign that something greater is on its way. So the next time you face rejection, do not see it as an end. See it as a divine nudge, a way of steering you away from something that was never meant to be yours. Take it as a sign that you are being guided towards something far more fulfilling, something that will bring you true joy and alignment. You are never being denied, only redirected. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and most of all, trust that what is meant for you will always find its way into your life at the perfect time. Your energy is one of the most valuable resources you have. It is the force that shapes your experiences, influences your emotions, and determines the quality of your life. Yet, so often we give it away carelessly to people who drain us, to situations that deplete us, to worries that serve no purpose. We forget that our energy is sacred, and when we do not protect it, we leave ourselves vulnerable to exhaustion, negativity, and unnecessary. You were not born to beg for love, you were born to be love. And when you embrace that truth, you will never settle for less than what your heart truly deserves. When you chase, you lose your power. Every time you run after something that does not naturally gravitate toward you, you are telling yourself that you are not enough as you are. You are signaling to the universe that you believe you must prove your worth, that you must convince someone or something to choose you. But the truth is, anything that requires chasing is already slipping away. Chasing is an act of desperation, and desperation repels what you desire. Think of a river flowing effortlessly. The water does not chase the rocks, it moves around them, knowing that its path is already set. When you chase, you disrupt the natural flow of your life. You step out of alignment with your highest self and into a place of lack, where you believe that what you want is out of reach unless you run after it. The moment you start chasing, whether it's a person, an opportunity, or even a dream that doesn't seem to be working out, you hand over your power. You place your happiness, your confidence, and your sense of self-worth in something outside of you. You become dependent on an external force to validate your existence, to tell you that you are enough. But you have always been enough. You do not need to chase in order to be chosen. When it comes to relationships, chasing is often mistaken for effort, but the two are not the same. Effort is mutual. Chasing is one-sided. Effort is a dance between two people who both want to be there. Chasing is running towards someone who is walking in the opposite direction. When you chase someone who is not showing up for you in the same way, you are teaching them that they do not have to value you. You are showing them that you are willing to lower your standards just to be in their presence. But love, real love, does not work this way. Love does not require pursuit. It requires alignment. The right person will not need to be convinced of your worth. They will see it, honor it, and reciprocate it effortlessly. Beyond relationships, chasing in any area of life creates a sense of resistance. Think about the times you have desperately wanted something, a job, an opportunity, a specific outcome, and no matter how hard you tried, it kept slipping away. That is because when you chase, you operate from a place of fear, of scarcity. You believe that if you do not push, force, or grasp, you will never receive. But the opposite is true. When you relax, when you trust, when you believe that what is meant for you will find you, things start to fall into place, naturally. There is a quiet confidence in knowing that you do not have to chase what belongs to you. When you trust yourself, when you believe in your worth, you stop running after things that do not reciprocate your energy. You stop knocking on closed doors. Instead, you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, knowing that the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances will be drawn to you effortlessly. Chasing is exhausting. It drains your energy, your confidence, and your peace of mind. It keeps you in a cycle of anxiety, always wondering if you are doing enough, if you are saying the right things, if you are good enough to be chosen. But you do not need to exhaust yourself to be worthy. You do not need to fight for things that are meant to be yours. When you let go of the chase, you gain something far greater: your peace, your self-respect, your ability to stand firm in who you are without needing validation from anyone or anything outside of you. You are powerful beyond measure, but you cannot access that power while chasing what is not choosing you. You cannot attract abundance while believing you must run after it. Everything you desire is already making its way to you, but you must be still enough, strong enough, and patient enough to receive it. Every day you are making a choice about where your energy goes. You are choosing whether to invest it in things that uplift you or waste it on things that bring you down. When you give too much of your energy to the wrong places, endless distractions, or internal battles of self-doubt, you weaken your power. You start feeling drained, unmotivated, and disconnected from yourself. Protecting your energy does not mean shutting yourself off from the world. It means being intentional about what you allow into your space. It means understanding that not everyone deserves access to you. Just because someone demands your time or attention does not mean you have to give it. Not every argument needs your response. Not every invitation needs a yes. And not every person who enters your life deserves a permanent seat at your table. One of the greatest ways to guard your energy is by setting boundaries. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are filters that protect your peace. They help you decide what is acceptable in your life and what is not. When you set boundaries, you honor yourself. You teach people how to treat you. And most importantly, you show yourself that your energy is too precious to be wasted on things that do not nourish. Be mindful of the people you surround yourself with. Some people radiate positivity, encouragement, and love. They uplift you, inspire you, and make you feel seen. Others drain you with their negativity, their drama, and their constant need for validation. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with someone. If you walk away feeling exhausted, irritated, or diminished, that is a sign that your energy is being depleted. You do not have to entertain relationships that leave you feeling empty. It is not your responsibility to carry people who refuse to carry themselves. Your environment also plays a role in your energy. The spaces you live in, the media you consume, and the conversations you engage in all influence your mental and emotional state. If you constantly expose yourself to negativity, whether through the news, social media, or toxic people, you are feeding your mind with stress and fear. Choose to create an environment that nurtures you. Surround yourself with beauty, with inspiration, with things that bring you peace. Another way to guard your energy is by mastering the art of saying no. So many people exhaust themselves by trying to please everyone, by overcommitting, by saying yes out of guilt rather than desire. But every time you say yes to something that does not serve you, you are saying no to something that does. You are saying no to your rest, your peace, your dreams. Give yourself permission to say no without explanation, without guilt, without hesitation. Your energy is not infinite. Spend it wisely. Be mindful of your own thoughts because they too affect your energy. If you are constantly doubting yourself, criticizing yourself, or living in fear, you are draining your own power. Your thoughts shape your reality. When you fill your mind with self-love, with confidence, with faith, you elevate your energy. You attract better experiences, healthier relationships, and a stronger sense of peace. Rest is also essential to protecting your energy. In a world that glorifies hustle and constant movement, many people neglect the importance of rest. But your body, your mind, and your soul need time to recharge. Rest is not laziness. It is self-care. It is an act of honoring yourself enough to recognize when you need to pause. Above all, remember that your energy is a reflection of how you value yourself. The more you cherish it, the more you will attract people and situations that respect it. You do not have to prove yourself to anyone. You do not have to be available for everything. You do not have to exhaust yourself trying to keep up with expectations that are not your own. Your energy is yours to protect, to nurture, and to direct toward the life you truly desire. So guard it fiercely, be mindful of where it flows, and never forget that when you protect your energy, you are protecting your power, your peace, and the very essence of who you are. Letting go is one of the hardest things to do, yet it is the most powerful act of trust you can give to the universe. So many of us hold on to the past, hold on to pain, hold on to people who have already left, hold on to expectations that only lead to disappointment. We grip tightly, thinking that if we just try harder, if we just control things a little more, we can make everything work out the way we want. But life does not work that way. The more you cling, the more you suffer. The more you resist, the more you block what is meant for you. Letting go is not giving up. It is not losing. It is surrendering to the flow of life, trusting that what is truly meant for you will stay and what is not will leave to make space for something better. When you let go, you release the burden of trying to force things that were never meant to be forced. You free yourself from the exhaustion of trying to control what is out of your hands. You step into a space of peace where things begin to unfold effortlessly. When you let go, you create space. Space for new opportunities, space for better relationships, space for healing, space for miracles. But as long as you are holding on to what is not serving you, your hands are too full to receive what is. The universe cannot deliver your blessings if you are gripping onto things that are no longer meant for you. Letting go means trusting that what is meant for you will not pass you by. It means believing that even if something doesn't go the way you planned, it is still working out for your highest good. It means understanding that you do not have to chase, force, or beg for anything that is truly aligned with your soul. There is power in surrender. When you stop trying to control everything, you make room for life to surprise you. You start to notice synchronicities, unexpected opportunities, and blessings that come seemingly out of nowhere. You begin to see how everything is happening exactly as it should. Letting go also means releasing old wounds, forgiving what hurt you, and choosing peace over resentment. Holding on to anger, pain, and regret only weighs you down. It keeps you trapped in the past, unable to move forward. But when you release the hurt, you free yourself. You give yourself permission to heal, to grow, to experience life with an open heart again. It is not always easy. The mind wants to hold on, to analyze, to replay the past, to seek closure where none will come. But letting go is an act of faith. It is choosing to believe that something better is on its way, even when you cannot see it yet. It is trusting that the universe has a plan greater than the one you had for yourself. So if something is weighing heavy on your heart right now, ask yourself, is holding on to this bringing me peace, or is it keeping me stuck? What would happen if I chose to release it? What if I surrendered and allowed life to unfold naturally? When you let go, you step into freedom. You stop trying to force love, friendships, opportunities, and outcomes. You begin to flow with life instead of fighting against it. You open yourself up to miracles, to unexpected joy, to a life that is even better than the one you imagined. So let go and watch what happens. Watch how peace replaces worry. Watch how things start falling into place. Watch how you start attracting what is truly meant for you simply because you finally made space for it. You deserve what loves you back. You deserve relationships that feel easy, not ones that leave you constantly guessing. You deserve friendships that pour into you as much as you pour into them. You deserve opportunities that recognize your worth, not ones that make you fight endlessly just to feel seen. Yet so many people spend their lives chasing what does not choose them. They run after people who treat them as an option. They cling to jobs that drain them. They hold on to situations that have long outlived their purpose. And in doing so, they send a message to themselves and to the universe that they are willing to settle for less than what loves them in return. But love, true, deep, unconditional love, does not make you feel small. It does not make you question your worth. It does not require you to prove yourself over and over again just to receive crumbs of affection. Love, in its purest form, is mutual. It is reciprocal. It flows freely, without conditions, without games, without exhaustion. So why do people hold on to what does not love them back? Sometimes it is fear, the fear of being alone, the fear of starting over, the fear that maybe this is the best they can get. Other times it is because they believe they can change someone, fix the situation, or earn the love they are seeking. But love is not meant to be earned. It is meant to be shared, to be given and received with ease. If something or someone is not loving you back, it is not your job to convince them to. It is not your job to chase, to beg, to prove your worth. Your worth is already undeniable. You are already enough, just as you are. The right people, the right opportunities, the right experiences will see that without you having to exhaust yourself trying to prove it. Imagine what would happen if you only accepted what loved you in return. Imagine how much peace you would have if you stopped forcing what is not meant for you. Imagine how much energy you would regain if you walked away from anything that drained you instead of nourished you. You deserve people who choose you, not just when it is convenient for them, but every single day. You deserve relationships where you feel safe, where you feel valued, where you feel heard. You deserve spaces where you can be your full, authentic self without fear of rejection. And if something or someone cannot meet you at that level, you have every right to walk away. Walking away is not weakness. It is not failure. It is an act of self-respect. It is choosing yourself instead of settling for less. It is recognizing that you are not here to beg for love, for attention, for validation. You are here to be loved in a way that fills you, that uplifts you, that makes you feel like the incredible person you already are. This does not just apply to relationships, it applies to everything in your life. The job that makes you miserable, the friendships that feel one-sided, the environments that drain your spirit. You do not have to stay. You do not have to keep shrinking yourself just to fit into places that were never meant for you. You can choose better. You can choose what loves you back. This is your reminder. You are worthy of love, real love. The kind that does not leave you questioning, the kind that does not make you feel exhausted, the kind that does not require you to become someone you are not.